In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID helps your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID helps your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID helps your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID helps your reputation grow.
And welcome to
Yeah.
Solid Talk number 71. What the fuck? Stop crashing my intro, bro. Look, GM. Welcome to Solid Talk number 71 with my friend Pierre and myself, Simon. And we are about to relentless execute with y'all because that's the time for it. I mean, it's always the time for relentless execution because that's the probably single most important skill you have to have as a founder or anyone that does any kind of business, because there's good times, there's hard times, and in the hard times, that's where the diamonds are made, because they're made in the rough. So if you're in a hard spot right now in your life, then keep that in mind, because sometimes there will be challenges and sometimes there will be good times. But without bad times, there are no exactly good times. With that being said, you're slow, bro. Just shut up. With that being said, welcome to our live
I
stream.
didn't want
today.
to crash you again.
You're crushing me all the time, brother. But that's what you're here for, by the way. Just like, slow me down, and keep me in check. Because I'm excited. I want to jump into the agenda right away. We have like a bunch of shit that I put on today's agenda that I want to dive into. I have a new idea for a giveaway format, so that we're gonna try that out. It's not a huge upgrade, but we're going to do something new today as well when it comes to giveaways. We're going to do two today. And then this is not all we do at Solid Talks, because Solid Talks are for the view behind the curtain, for you to understand what is happening at Solana ID. What are the guys cooking? Are they even still alive? And I can tell you, Pierre is, for now, still alive. I am still alive, and we're working hard on our 2026 strategy. And might be a little bit quiet in the social media spheres right now around Solana ID, because we're tinkering, we're positioning, and this shall be one topic of today on the agenda. It is the big picture, where we're coming from, and why are we here, and where are we heading. And that is something that I wanna at least mention today, at least talk about. And besides that, we're going to obviously talk about markets and Solana. So we're going to have a zoom out view, as we do at Solid Talks. It's not only about Solana ID, even though that's the core of the whole live stream. It's also, to just update you guys that while you're here with us on what's happening on Solana. Is there any interesting things happening right now that you might have missed? You can catch them at Solid Talks. And then we might even teaser a little new announcement video that we made that is going to go out in the next weeks about a new product that we're shipping. And we can watch the video together even before it is on Twitter. Amazing, because again, the view behind the curtain. We're also going to have the new Solana ID intern today with us here. So he might join later today in the agenda, and we'll bring him up on stage. We're going to talk to the new Solana ID intern, the reply guy that's actually replying to your posts on X, so you can meet him, and we're going to reveal who it is. You might know the guy. And we have to talk about Solid. Not about the product, but about the token. So I will share some insights. I did some data scraping. I have a very good grasp and view on what the token is today and how it looks like. But I also have some reflections on mistakes, failures, and errors we did in 2025 when the token was live and trading, and a bunch of views that I, as a founder, have on the whole topic might have changed to an extent. And I want to draw from these mistakes and improve going forward. So we're going to talk a little bit about especially what was Solid meant to be when we launched the token, what was a good idea and what was a bad idea, and what strategies did we propose in 2025 that we might do or might not do. So we're going to talk about this a little bit, and obviously we're going to talk about what's next for Solid. What are the options? How do we wake it up? So we're gonna tackle all these topics today in the agenda. But before we do that, drop a GM. Let us know you're here. Say hi. So drop a GM in the comment section right now for us, so we see that you're with us, that you're actually watching, and you're not just some random tourist that landed somehow in this live stream, because we need you to comment today in the live stream also for the giveaways. I'll reveal later why. But drop a GM if you're with us, so I can see you, because I do see Alden here with us. GM guys, let's go, says Alden. First comment in my section here. Fudelfinger always with us. Cyrus here, GM Legends. Hector05 with his double espresso. Bro, what time is it for you, Hector? If I drink it, actually, I did finish my monster right now. It's like 11 p.m. here, so not a good time. Hello Solidian, says Pierre 1964. We have two Pierres here always with us. Iolo's base is with us again. Lissa Solidian is here as well. We got Chills in the house. We got Kos, who already won twice in the giveaway. So let's see today, Kos, if luck is with you again. But we gotta stop this man from winning giveaways here. Nothing against you winning, cause, but we need other people to have a chance as well. 1,000 oozes with us and repost the stream already. Thanks for that. Snow Toshi is here, and Kaizen says GM as well. Good to have you, everyone. Thank you so much for being part of this. I was yesterday in the live stream from Danny from Nomu. Obviously, our projects are a little bit intertwined since we launched together with Swisspork when Danny was still with Swisspork, and then I helped him to an extent. Right, I'm a small, very small dent in his success. But I helped him a little bit on Solana to get started, and I'm happy that he has a good direction now. He did a good stream yesterday, Pierre. It was a bit late for us. It was like 2 a.m. But the Open Kitchen, you've heard about the format, and they talked a little bit about next steps for Nomo this year. And it's cool. I like it. It's cool. Like the way they envision it. They're going to launch an app. They're going to target families and children. They're going to go outside of the crypto bubble a little bit. And the core idea, which, it's a soft chill for Nomo here. The core idea is something that I can understand. There's a big vision or mission actually behind the project, which is, hey, we're all fucked because we're not gonna get money from retirement plans and 401ks. So either we somehow escape the system right now, or we gamble until we win, which is why meme coins, all that shit works so well, right? So Danny made some good points about that, why this stuff, prediction marks and all this stuff works so well right now in the industry, because a lot of people are a bit hopeless. But with Nomo, he's trying to build basically a wealth generation e-com system where everything you buy can generate future income for you. So you shop smarter, right? You start buying everything for cheap. You might invest a little bit more for products, but you also get money back from that, and it can actually transform into your income stream later on, especially if you buy it early on and then the product is successful and you own a part of that business, which is kind of the end vision of the whole game, to kickstart, right? Physical products in ecom, and then own a share of that. So yeah, pretty cool. And then the app is going to have some fintech elements and shit as well, where the money is.
Can I ask you a question regarding this, because I didn't watch the live stream, but just I know the overall concept of Nomo. I think I got this. But what kind of products are we talking about when you say that they are trying to infiltrate families and kids and make them their target audience? Like what kind of products is he talking about? Because right now it's pretty crypto focused, isn't it?
Of course, yeah. I mean, well, like plushies, like those little animals, are not necessarily something that is only for crypto people, probably, like the plushie product. But obviously now it is a monkey, right? So it is obviously early adopter community. But I guess it's everything that parents and children would buy that should be available in the Nomo store.
But is it existing products or new products?
It's going to be fresh new things, right? That want to that it's almost like Kickstarter, right? Like they might ship in 1 month, but you can buy them now, right? So the founders and the projects that are doing these products can actually raise money from pre-selling their products and then use that money already for production and shipping and so on, right? And then roll it out. So it's kind of for new emerging products, I think, from my understanding. But we can have Danny on the show again. We should probably force him to work with Sanity as well once he has more launches again, because it makes a lot of sense for us to put our heads together and see how we can help him with distribution and how he can help our community with maybe some benefits. So and then we can bring him on here and dive into the topic. But yeah, Lisa Sillon says, thank you for mentioning Nomo. You're welcome. Anyway, Pierre still in his beautiful with a full moon in the background. You know this, you guys can get used to the place because Pierre's going to be there for a few weeks at least. And I am still in Down Under. I just saw an opossum. I've never seen this thing again.
They probably just look like fat rats, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they just spawned on the stairs outside. I was like, what the hell is what creature? And then we gave him a cherry, and then he ate the cherry, and he was like this, like he put it in his hand. You're like, fucking weird animals.
fucked off,
And he
or
fucked
what
off.
did he do?
I guess so. I mean, I just left him there on the stairs. I didn't want to interrupt. And then obviously I have Peter with me as well again. Peter's back there in his cage. I actually keep the door open, but he never comes out. I think he's in a safe space. So maybe one day. I mean, today is actually it's the last chance today, because next week for Solo Talk I'm not going to be here anymore. We are getting. The time in Down Under is ending soon for me. I like Australia, but also the time zone is definitely not my favorite. And also I'm pretty locked in here in terms of, I can't get anywhere. So, I mean, I could, but there's nothing to do. So I'm just in this room, which is fine. But after a lot of time, it might get a bit depressing. But yeah. How about you, Pierre? You posted something on Twitter the other day. You had like a bunch of fucking shit on your chest, and you did some weird ass analysis of your body composition. And what did you do there? If people didn't see the post, check it on Pierre's profile. But you posted something about health and doing some tests. What did you test?
I tested a bunch of stuff. So my initial idea was actually to just do one of these. I don't know if they call that executive health checkup everywhere, or if it's just here, but I guess it's like like something that they do everywhere. Maybe it has different names somewhere else, but it's basically just like a overall health checkup that you should do at a certain age. Maybe you can do it also earlier, but the older you get, the more often you should probably do it. Like maybe
when you're approaching your 30s.
Yeah, once a year.
Yeah.
So what's included? There's blood tests, urinalysis, a bunch of heart tests included, stress tests, and so on. So that's what I wanted to do initially. But then over the holidays, Christmas time, I developed some weird stuff with my heart. They call it premature ventricular something. PVC is the short form, or palpitations. It just feels like a skip beat. Feels like your heart is stumbling. So I noticed that, and then I went to the doctor, and then he told me, okay, let's do all of these tests. So I did them anyways, right? So before I wanted to do them just for myself, and then my doctor told me to do it. So I had to do a lot of tests. Long story short, I'm healthy. I have very good blood results, actually. Like my metabolic health is very good. I don't have diabetes or pre-diabetes or insulin resistance or anything. So overall, my health is pretty good, but there's some stuff that is a bit weird, and now we need to figure out where this is coming from.
All right, so if you cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn how this journey goes, then tune in for next week's Solid Talk on Saturday to learn more about Pierre's health journey and if the man is going to stay alive and with us. And knock on wood. I'm obviously kidding. He's well, but we gotta. You never know in life, right? Like your life could be over tomorrow. Just be like sometimes it's good to realize that. So you might want to have a good day today. Just saying, right? For everyone here, not for Pierre. So yeah.
Memento mori, my friends. Never forget that.
Exactly. Never for whatever the fuck that means, but never forget what Pierre says.
Remember, you must die, is what our Stoic friends used to say.
You must.
Remember, you
must die. Clip that.
Die eventually.
Now, first giveaway for today. Pierre's going to pull up a little video in the background while I talk, but we have a slight change as well because, ladies and gents, 2 days before we're gonna do that. What are you doing? Before we're gonna do the usual giveaway, let me tell you what else we're gonna do today. Today,
you want to do the usual thing
yourself. Shut the fuck up now. Comment yourself solid. So that is a new format that we're presenting for you today, and it's very easy actually. So we're doing 2 giveaways. We're going to do the usual, which is going to start now in a bit. So you guys can already get ready to put your paws on the keyboards. But this is for everyone who's watching right now. But comment yourself solid is for the whole live stream, because at the end of today's live stream, we're gonna vibe check. I'm probably gonna use Grok a little bit, but we're gonna vibe check a little bit about engagement during the stream. So who was active in the comment section? Please don't spam. Please don't be stupid. But who was like genuinely active in the comment section and just interacted with us during the live stream, because we want to hear your fucking opinions, right? So let us know what you think about the things we say. Let us know if something is funny. Let us know if we're fucking boring. Let us know how the fuck your day was. Let us know if I should say less fuck. Then we can conversate more with you guys. So be active in the chat, and we want to incentivize activity because we're gonna randomly allocate someone a win, which is bigger than the usual win, for the Comment Yourself Solid win. So yeah, just be aware that spamming will disqualify. So we're going to see how it goes today. And if this is a good idea, we're going to do this more often. But basically, I'm just screening the comment section all the time for names that I see more often. So people already put solid in the comment section, so that's great. That is the next giveaway that we're going to do. And for that, my friend Pierre, I need the video, because now after I announce this goes for the whole stream, right? So I'm going to pull this picture up once in a while here and just remind people. But for now, we're going to do the normal giveaway, which is going to last 60 seconds, and you're going to get instant 1.5K solid win if you get picked in the next one. Shishu, welcome to Solid Talk. What can I do with my Solid passport? Either you have the Solid Priority Pass. Let's just pause this real quick. Yeah. Either you have the Solid Priority Pass, which is a very old campaign long time ago. It's a relic. It basically makes you an OG of the community, but there's no huge campaigns anymore for this. Maybe there's something coming in future. Just hold on to it. Or you have the Solana ID. If you have the Solana ID, that's the one you claimed on app.solana.id, then hold on to it, because in the Solana ID hub on app.solana.id, you see perks. You see some benefits that you get once in a while. So you should definitely keep an eye on your account there, and maybe even connect your email, because if you connect your email to your Solana ID, you'll get notifications if new perks pop up, and you don't need to revisit the hub every single day to check in, even though you can do that. So yeah, that is Solana ID is your rewards layer. It's the best place to discover apps on Solana, because with us you can discover them with benefits. Now it is time to play. What's the word? Let's activate the counter, guys. All you have to do right now is comment the secret code in the chat, and we will pick a random winner from the chat. Okay, you have 60 seconds. The counter is starting right now. Get Solid is the secret code for today's giveaway here at the beginning. So drop a Get Solid in the comment section. Janus just said get. I think it was when the first second of the video started.
Too excited.
Get Solid. You need to both words, please. Get Solid in the comment section. That's all you need to comment right now. We're gonna pick a random winner that commented in these 60 seconds that are on the timer right now. Please also consider retweeting the live stream and make sure that you follow Solana ID on X, because those are the next two qualifying points you have to do to win today. And yeah, this is maybe today's your lucky day. Cos, if you're with us here right now, I shouted you out at the beginning of the stream. Try your luck today. Maybe it's going to be you again. Pia's going to go over to Twitter, and he's going to be Lucky Fairy as always. And I'm going to give him the countdown. I'm going to give you 10 extra seconds because of the little stream lag for everyone. And then we're going to see who wins. Okay, now Cos also woke up. I see the Get Solids flying in, guys. So this is your chance for 1,500 solid, because why not? That will finance your double espresso for today's live stream that you were drinking during it. Or probably, I mean, right now it is. But in a few months from now, it should finance much more than that. Otherwise, what the fuck are we doing? Then Relentless execution didn't work. Now, Pierre, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All righty, ladies and gents. Start now. I'm going to give you the signal. Let's go. And stop.
All right. Do you see Jamie Jeter on StreamYard? You don't see him here.
I don't think so, but that's no problem. You have him there. What's his name?
Jamie Jeter.
Jamie Jeter. Congrats.
Monkey PFP.
Congrats to Jamie. I cannot display you on my StreamYard. That's just an API mistake. But congrats to you, and thanks for everyone else who was playing, of course. But today's win goes to Jamie the Jeter.
Yeah, this is our friend.
Good job, brother.
Jamie Jeter.
Ah, nice. Okay. Good job, Jamie. Jamie Jeter, you're the perfect Jeter. Please make sure to reach out to us. You can drop your pub key to the Solana ID account on Twitter, and we will sort your win out. So just do that whenever you're ready, and we'll make sure to send the funds to you, my friend. GG, well played, and thanks for playing. Shishu asks as well, So Solid Passport, nothing to do with my DID, benefits, marketing, perks. Sorry, I really don't understand. And I know you came from the DID part. Would be nice to know more where the way will go. Maybe today's live stream is going to bring a little bit more light and shine a little bit more light on it, because I'm gonna yap a little bit more about exactly that, where we will go. And if you're referring to the traditional abbreviation of decentralized identity, then it has nothing to do with a true digital decentralized identity right now, because all Solana is doing is giving you an NFT that says, okay, you're a Solana holder, and then we are giving you a Solana score, which is basically your on-chain activity. It's a reputation score, right? So, and based on that score, you get some benefits and perks on Solana from projects that want to reward active users. That's how it works in a nutshell. If that's a lot for you, and if I'm talking super fast English and it's difficult for you to understand, then text me or text our Solana ID account and ask a question there, or stay here for today's Solid Talk, because we're going to yap more about this. Awesome. Now, moving on the agenda. I want to take a few moments right now before we go to the company updates and we talk to our intern as well. Before that, I want to take a few moments to talk about some broader topics on markets and Solana. So welcome to Solid Talk, where we talk about Solana ID, but also we give you a really quick roundhouse kick on what the fuck is happening. And Solana is up 10% approximately since the year started. So year to date, we have 10% performance, which is, it's fairly good. So we're starting in a good moment. But the question is, what happened on Solana in the last week, and why are we up? And I cannot answer that question, but what I can tell you is what happened on Solana. So big shout out to our friend Sensei over here, because he wrote a very good summary of what the fuck happened in the past days. So let's see if Pierre says hot or no. No, how's it called? Hot or no? No or go? There's like a format name of this. Hot or not? Hot or not? This week on Solana, hot or not, with Simon and Pierre. Morgan Stanley fights a new Solana ETF. Hot or not?
Sorry, I was reading a comment here from Shishu again. Can you repeat it?
Can someone swap my co-host out? I need someone that's
I was just reading Shishu's comment here. Sorry, that's why I didn't pay attention.
Multitasking. Okay, let me do that whole intro again.
I'm a man. We cannot do multitasking.
So basically what I'm asking, also I'm screaming a lot. I should probably be quiet. Everyone is sleeping in this house. What I'm asking is, I'm going to read the news and you say if it's hot or not. That's all. Right. So okay. if it's a not, then you don't give a shit, or it's just not exciting, whatever. Morgan Stanley files new Solana ETF. Hot or not?
Hot.
Awesome. It's really hot, because Morgan Stanley are fucking big boys. So more ETFs, more money inflow. Bulk announced testnet to launch this January.
Not. I don't even know what Bulk is.
Here we go. Solana Mobile announced SKR TGE for 21st of Jan.
Probably hot, but I don't have a seeker, so I don't really care.
Oh, okay. Also, shout out to Bulk. Obviously, it's a perp dex that's about to launch from our friend Yoon. I think it's good news, but obviously this is very subjective, because I'm asking Pierre. Cast makes standard card available to everyone. Pierre, hot or not?
I mean, I'm biased, so I would say not, but hot
Probably.
For everyone else.
Yeah. So for everyone who doesn't know, obviously we launched a campaign together with Cast about exactly that. So yeah, Twitch plot twist. Shit.
Perfect.
Campaigns, Solana.id. Okay, I'm using a different browser, so I don't know. It's probably working for Pierre, but it might be my browser. You can check it. Jupiter Mobile reached 6 million unique users. Is that hot or not?
Yeah, hot. Sure.
I guess it's good. Solana has a new stablecoin from Wyoming.
How many? Wait. How many users does Solflare has?
3 million-ish. 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
I think so. From 3-4 mil. Yeah, it's pretty good. Solana has a new stablecoin from Wyoming State, the first U.S. government issued stablecoin.
Oh no, sorry, I'm out.
Not. Backpack. Backpack redacted season 4 ending. We don't know what that means. So
Yeah. Not sorry. I like Backpack. I like the I like their
product
browser wallet. I like the
Browser
browser wallet.
wallet, Yep, and the team also pretty cracked. Shout out to Armani. Candy Labs Noob NFT is minting today. If you didn't see it, those are the funny little cats, the little memes. The Noob cat.
I don't know if
NFT
we need
mint.
another NFT collection, but sure.
All right. Jupiter introduced Jup USD stablecoin.
Good for them. I don't give a shit.
SNS unveiled new feature to search for domain with AI.
SNS unveils new feature to search for domains with AI. Sounds more like fluff to me. Sorry, I'm out.
Pierre says not. Harsh verdicts here. DFTV Sol can now be leveraged with Mooncake. I don't know what Mooncake is, but it can be leveraged now. Multiply DFTV Sol.
What is DFTV Sol?
That is the LST from DeFi DevCorp, which is one of the biggest digital asset treasuries we have on Solana.
Oh, damn. Am I a boomer or what's on? Like, I don't know any of this shit.
Okay, next one. Culture ecosystem grants are now live on Super Team Earn. Culture is trying to work with Super Team Earn and gives ecosystem grants to Solana community. Interesting.
Okay.
Hot
I think that's something good. Yeah. Hot.
Yep, hot. Off-grid waitlist is now live. I am also out here. I don't know again. I forgot what that is about. Ranger ICO, we're going to take a look at that today as well, because I have some reasons to talk about it. Reached 4 million and ends in 1 day. And right now it has much more than 4 million, by the way. Hot or not?
Is it already done? Hot, definitely.
No, but
hot. Is it already
in
done?
a few hours.
Okay.
Zcash token crashed by 20%. Hot or not?
I mean, I know the whole story, so I guess it's not hot. It was just some idiots not understanding and spreading fake news. Kinda. I think that Mert probably had a very busy day yesterday. Like his keyboard was on fire.
Yeah. The new USD star market is live on Ratix Dex, so you can now get more APY on your Perina stablecoins.
Yeah, hot, good.
Avicii and Salomon Labs are partnering to give you yield on your USDC on your spending account with Avicii, so you can spend with your card and everything you're not spending gets APY.
No, sorry. I think if you want to use it for spending your money, then you do it separately, right? It's two different user journeys. You use DeFi to maximize yield, and you use a card to pay and spend your money, but you don't do they don't do both, because I think that probably their rates are not competitive. But it's just my opinion right now. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. If it's competitive, if I can get the same yield there, but which I don't think so, because you have probably less options, then sure, why not? But as long as the rates are not competitive, I don't think it's something useful.
Okay. I won't comment, because otherwise we're gonna drift too far away. But fair point. It's a good point. Reflect money gets integrated into Titan. So Reflect, they also have some DeFi tokens with APYs and so on, and now you can basically mint them on Titan without going to Reflect money. So actually the whole journey is about, you can mint shit like Hilo, for example, as well. You can mint it on Titan just by swapping tokens, basically. So
but I don't know if that's if at least for Hilo, because I know that we talked about this before because we used it. I don't know if it's a good thing for them, because basically you can get better rates on Titan than on Hilo, and they make money from that. So how would they make money if everyone is doing that?
That's a kind of a miss. Since you're minting, there's the mint fee baked into Titan. So if you get better rates on Titan, then it's only because of the aggregator quotes being slightly better than if you do it directly on Hilo. But there's still a fee that goes to Hilo smart contracts while you do the swap, because you're technically minting. So that's it's just basically the user flow is easier. You don't have to go to third-party apps. You can basically just swap and mint everything directly on one app, which is Titan. That's the idea.
Okay. That's good.
So yeah,
Hot.
those are some of the Solana updates, the latest and greatest. Oh no, sorry, that was Soul Brothers. Some of the Solana updates that happened in the last week on Salami here. And then one last topic, and that is also it's also pretty funny. The returning of the trenches, ladies and gents. So Alan was gone for 5,000 years. Literally since months he didn't post, and then let's see when the last post of him was. November. He reposted a post on November 9th, right? And then 20 hours ago, he posted his take on creator fees and why they need a change and what the change is. Basically, we're not going to dive into it. That's not, Solid Talk is not about deep dives into topics. It is more for the podcast. But yeah, I was saying. The big up candle this week was from this one tweet here, because basically Alan is back. And then Alan tweeted again, another meme coin project or trench project, Trojan tweeted again after a long time. And then stories like this are now trending again. Solana trader turns $371 into 1.15 million unrealized gains on Whiteware, right? So without promoting any tokens here, despite Solid, but no financial advice. This guy, or this kind of stories, I'm just going to highlight this. When these stories are popping up again, it's kind of bullish, because people are getting greedy again. People are getting a little bit more excited, and they start to trade a bit more. So this might be good news for the trenches, good news for activity on Solana, if we see more of these runners again, because we haven't seen any runners for some time, and that might just bring back volumes. That's the TLDR from the whole story. But yeah, this white whale shit. Very controversial, by the way. Like there's some stuff that might be not good with the project, but at least the valuation is going up to the moon. And speaking about moon, this next topic is also related to our next. It tackles a little bit the person I want to pull up on stage next as well. But before we do, Pierre, let's just briefly tackle this comment here. So Nikita posted something on the 10th of January, which was today. And he said, basically, each time you post, it uses some of your reach for the day. We can't show all your posts to all your followers because the average user only views 20 to 30 posts per day. So since replies are posts on Twitter, it might actually destroy your whole reach of your account if you do like 1,000 replies per day. And he says crypto Twitter is dying from suicide, not from the algorithm, which means basically you guys are doing this to yourself. Interesting take. Each time you post 3-word slop, you dig yourself deeper in algorithmic hell. So obviously everything, right? We're gonna talk a little bit about it, but you don't have to. I mean, I can't say you don't have to believe it because it's the head of product of Twitter, so you probably should pay attention to his opinions if he talks about product-related things on Twitter. And then we see some comments from Moon here. I saw lots of other tweets. It was one of the largest and most active communities on Twitter, crypto Twitter, us. If I tweet something that isn't mainstream slop or politics, no one sees it. Like 1% of people. I've been completely disincentivized from tweeting at this point. And yeah, there was this random list I saw on my feed as well today, which was basically saying, hey, some secret documents. It was totally faked, I think. Some secret documents leaked. Yeah.
It was fake.
Yeah, like these are the accounts and words that are banned from the algorithm, and then shows some of crypto. I get why people post this now because it's engagement farming. They're like, oh, look, this is why we're getting beaten down. But I think it's just mechanics. It's just algo.
But yeah,
go ahead.
I think that people misunderstanding what Nikita said, and I also first misunderstood it, and maybe I still misunderstand what I understand now. But I think what I understand now makes more sense, because he's not saying that lots of replies automatically deboosts your posts as long as your replies are high in value and get engagement. If your replies are very low in engagement, don't get any likes, don't get any comments, and it's literally always the same repetitive 3 words or 1 word or whatever, like really nonsense,
Yeah.
then they won't show your real posts, even though it is valuable, to more people, because you already proved to them that you're posting bullshit. And I just made a post about it, because what everyone needs to understand whenever they do anything on any social media platform is, how can you make people stay on the platform as long as possible? So if you don't do that, then the algorithm will never favor you, because more time being spent on the platform by anyone means they can sell more ad space and they can make more money. So that's what you need to understand, right? If you create value and people spend more time on the app because of you, then you will be rewarded.
And that is basically, like, if you imagine the algo is this kind of ominous creature, right, that is walking in one direction, that's his goal at the end of the, like, how he gets there, he doesn't know, right? I think he's actually evolving and morphing into shit by now, that even Twitter, like, I know from sources that have direct contact with Twitter, I can't say who and shit, but I know that they are themselves can't answer all the questions regarding the algorithm, like Twitter, the company, because they don't fully get everything. Because by now it is kind of a, you know, a very sophisticated code that is also, you know, doing his own fucking thing. So they are, I think, themselves trying to understand the algo sometimes. Obviously they can tweak it and they can, you know, give input and so on, but I think still the way it twists and turns is the algo's decision, right? But the end goal, basically, when you type it in the navigation system, it is make people stay on my app, increase watch time, increase eyeballs on content, because that's how, at least, Pierre, at least on social media platforms that we're used to. Now, Twitter is one of the few social media platforms that is not as heavily doubling down on advertisement, I think, as Google and Facebook, isn't it? Like, they even remove ads for premium users who pay.
But there's much more non-premium users than premium users.
Yeah, but like, at least giving you the option to do that is like, okay, we have other goals as well. We don't only, they have creator payouts. Okay, I don't think they're probably not related. I'm just asking myself if it's still the same for Twitter when it comes to their business and how they make decisions internally. Is it still sharply focused on selling ad space? Or if there's other intentions, or if there's others, especially since Elon is there, if there's another agenda, you know, that they are following in the leadership team and with everything they do, than just selling ad space. Because also Elon, you need to keep in mind, like, this guy is very, he usually has an agenda that is beyond money as well, here and there by now. So he acquired Twitter probably because he thought, okay, sure, this is great business, you know, can make money, but I think he also lost shit out of money when he acquired it pretty quickly. So I think his main intention might have been to also have an opinion platform that he controls to an extent, so where he can actually, you know, because that's what he's doing right now. Like, he's basically using it a lot for political agendas, and like, obviously himself, I'm pretty sure the algo likes him. Like, he's getting a lot of attention and views and shit. Like, he's probably one of the most visited accounts on Twitter, obviously. And his opinions have impact, right? And the things he said, and he's really blunt with things. So all I'm saying is there might be another agenda than just selling ad space for the algo's decision making here. But yeah, to the topic again, it's pretty funny to see these kind of like the same, like Star Platimo also, I mean, shout out, he makes good posts. He also talked about the reply thing right now, but then also he posted this, I think today or yesterday, the ultimate guide to farm 500 replays a day. Use these words: bruh, LMAO, F, bro, nah, I'm good, chill, bro, L, bald, ratio, damn, wild, crazy, need this, say it louder, bro, what? Cooking, chew, hard, touch grass, down bad. Bookmark this before the algorithm patches it, and follow me for more banger content like this. Bob, done. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the screenshot is obviously fake. You cannot do 36,000 replies in a day.
yeah,
It's
I
not
mean,
possible.
some people posted things like, "Oh, I just made 80,000 replies today. This was my crazy day." I think it's all engagement farming. But
It is.
yeah. Anyway, talking of replies, let's have a chat with someone special. And say hello to our friend who's backstage here. Welcome to Solid Talk, Cyber. How's it going, man? Do you hear us?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
What's up? What's up? Nice
Yes, yes.
shirt.
Hell yeah, that's a good
Thank
one.
you for having me. Yeah.
Of course, brother. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you made these shirts yourself, right? Like for an event down there.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Cool. Yeah, ladies and gents. Obviously, everyone probably in our live streams knows Cyber Brother because he's been around with us since ever, and he's also now the man behind our Twitter account, which is pretty cool. I'm really happy that we made the decision. And also, all the topics we just discussed are kind of relevant for you. I think. For now, the TLDR is only okay. It is good to reply. It is good to be active, but it's probably not good to be too active. You don't have to force. And I think I was another opinion before as well, but I think you don't have to force. Okay, 200 replies a day or something. It's more about time and quality spent on your replies instead of
Yeah.
quantity and just getting them out. So um I think that makes sense. That's kind of thing. But yeah, you're the new intern basically, so you're the new guy behind the Solana ID account since the beginning of the month and going forward until whatever. How's the job going so far?
Yeah. Can't complain. It's been
Mm,
yeah,
nice.
can't complain. It's been nice. It's been
Perfect.
nice being behind the account for this past week. Yeah. Yeah.
For people who only know your PFP and only know you from the chats and so on, who are you really? Like, what's if you can say your name, what's your name behind Cyber Brother? Where are you right now in the
Okay.
world? If that's something you can say as well. And when did you make the decision to kind of do shit in crypto? Like, when did that happen for you for the first time?
Oh, okay. Where do I even start? Okay, I'll say my name is Benjamin. That's my that's my real name, Benjamin, and
Hell
I'm
yeah.
from Nigeria. If anyone wants, if anyone cares, and I'll just try to keep it short and brief. You know, crypto used to mean one thing for me formerly, like, and I would say I would blame it on the way I was onboarded, but it used to mean like just a way to get money and try to make money, and
Yeah.
but being active on Solana for these past few years, like it
Yeah.
really changed a lot of things for me. And I can't talk about that without talking about Solana ID. In the early days when I was trying to figure out my way around the ecosystem, one thing led to another. I found Solana, I found Super Team N. I found Super Team N, and then I found the bounty.
Mm.
That was the first ever bounty that you guys hosted on the Super Team N platform. And I did my research, and it was just like a rabbit hole from there. And it just changed my whole approach to it. And the core idea where a wallet is not just a wallet, it hooked me. So even if I didn't win the bounty, I participated. I actually poured my heart into that shit, actually, and I didn't win, but it stuck with me, and I just decided to, I guess, contribute. I just stayed very, very
Yeah.
active in the community, from TG to Discord to the first Solid Talks to continue continue showing up. And it just led me down this path. Um and I'm just excited for the future because coming into crypto, my normal day job used to look like coding. I'm
Mm.
actually a computer science major, and I graduated, but it wasn't really something I love to do even after my project and my internship. And then I found my way into advertising in general. And I just wanted to find a way to, bring it to crypto. And I'll just say that the whole stars aligned, and I just found this product. And you know, I'm just excited for where this project can be. Yes,
Yeah.
and I believe that a lot of people's lives will be changed by just participating and contributing in crypto. The same way I feel my life can be changed by just participating
Yeah.
and contributing. So I just feel that that's like
Cool. Cool.
it's
It's a good story.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good story, and I think it's interesting. I mean, I'm interested in a little bit about yourself, because normally we only talk about Solana ID. We were like, unfortunately I couldn't meet you yet in person, but we're gonna make that happen sometime. But also for people in the community, they all see your face usually on or your PFP on Twitter and in our communities. But now they also know a little bit about where you're coming from, and I think it's a really cool story, because I love it as an example of how you can kind of break into crypto, especially if you're from a place like Nigeria, where, for example, the opportunities in the country are not comparable to opportunities other people have in other countries. But now with the digital economy, obviously the internet is already a huge breakthrough. But then with crypto, it's even better, because here, like there's a huge new economy that has been shaped. And then the last thing also that I need to kind of shout out Cyber for is that we had also a lot of bad experience with people, right? Like trying to that it goes from just being annoying in messages and so on, but even to scams and shit. Like it's really, as we all know, it's difficult to trust people in crypto. But then with Cyber, like we arrived at a moment now, like we haven't met him in person and so on, and we still gave him access to our company Twitter account, right? Because he's been around for so long, and like he's just been doing a good job. And I believe that if it's a mutual relationship and both sides, everyone treats each other well, then there's just less fucking bullshit going on. And we all want that, right? So TLDR, just be nice to each other. Basically is what I'm saying. And that's how you live a solid life at the end of the day anyways. Cyber, just curious, if you know that, what's the average kind of salary in Nigeria? Like, what's the average income, maybe in the US dollar? Do you know that?
In the US, I think it varies from person to person. But
yeah, what's like the average?
Obviously, the average. I think minimum wage for us currently is about 70K naira. That's naira, but it's actually a very, very terrible distinction, because I just feel like our government is detached from the people and the reality of things. It's but like I said,
how much is that in dollars?
In dollars, that should be around, I think, 70 USD. Well, like I said, it's very, very detached. It's 70 USDC. And like I said, it's very, very detached from the reality of what people are living in. It's
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
It's a crazy number.
Yeah, so 70, right? What you said. So basically less than $100 per month is like is like what some people make, right? And it's, for me, this is crazy, because now in crypto, you get opportunities where you can, you can make 10x that like easily, but you just have to do your fucking job and do something. So there's like a huge opportunity for people in emerging markets, especially, to live a fairly good life, if you put in the effort. So, but it's a crazy story for me to hear. But it also shows that there's chances and opportunities, because now obviously Cyber is working with us, and he's also he's being paid for it, but he started as nobody, right? Like, he just came in the space, he showed up, he was active in Telegram and community and so on, and now he's probably earning more than like a lot of people around him in the country, just from one project, right? And he can do more things, right? He can even get other gigs in crypto as well. So I think it's really cool. And it's a good example. Anyway, Cyber, I'm going to send you backstage. We're going to continue the agenda for Solid Talk. I wanted to bring you on, get people the chance to get to know you. Thank you so much for jumping on today, and we'll see you back in the community.
For sure. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Noise. The one and only, the legendary Cyber Broda. Benjamin, if you guys want to call him by his name as well, but I think Cyber is good. You can also do that. Some season Cyber in the fucking chat. Jacqueline Ann says, hi, Cyber Brother. Lisa Senor says, the legend Cyber Brother. Benjamin. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, guys, there's always opportunity in the market. There's opportunity if you invest, if you trade, if you buy shit, but there's also opportunity if you just turn time into money by doing stuff for projects, right? Anyway, ladies and gents, remember, comment yourself to victory today. Comment yourself solid. This is one of the giveaways that we're going to introduce now during the live streams. So if we read your name in the comment section a lot of times, and you kind of give your take to things, and you're active, and you interact with us, then that might be a good idea. Actually, now I'm also seeing Jamie Jeter. He appeared now in my history on StreamYard. Again, it's an API error with Twitter. Sometimes the comments don't go. So now I see, oh my God, thanks so much, because he won the first giveaway that we did today. What do you guys think is the best wallet I use? Magic Eden, too many bugs and issues. Yeah, probably Software. If you just install your Software wallet, then you probably get it. And also JD Sol said Cyberbrother is the chat, and he also said probably GM at some point earlier, and I just didn't see it because of the API being laggy. So GM, also Cyber, thanks for being with us here today. And Cyber is also giving his thanks to everyone, and also to us, I guess, for being up here with us. But obviously we're also happy to have him. Hector is also saying Jup wallet is pretty good. So if you want a different one than Software, you can also try Jupyter Mobile, which is also a fairly decent wallet these days. Now, moving on in the agenda. Cool. I want to talk a little bit about the big picture. And this is kind of an ongoing topic. As a founder, you always think about it. You always think about direction. And especially right now, there's a lot of considerations we have. Right now, you guys, if you were with us here right now in the Solid Talk in the community, you've been, like, a lot of you guys have seen us going through time and evolving and trying things out, right? Now, how do we start? Like, me and Pierre sat together initially, and we kind of, as a founder, usually especially when you start with a blue sky and with a blue ocean, however you want to call it, and you're considering, okay, what can we do? What problem do we want to solve? Then your thought process goes almost like a mind map, right? Where you start with thoughts and then you end up somewhere else, right? But this is how it's almost like it's growing. Like in an early stage, your company is like a teenager that kind of knows where he's going. Obviously, he's going to grow up and get a job and shit. Like, there's some sort of direction, but also you have no fucking clue about life, right? Let's be honest. So this is kind of that's a young startup, right? I'd consider ourselves still a startup, by the way. We're not a young startup anymore because we're kind of grown up now, and we did a lot of learnings, and we collect a lot of experiences over time. So we're not that kind of young, clueless teenager anymore, but we're also still not a grown adult that already figured everything out in life. Like, even in your adult years, you're still searching. At least you should be open-minded, and that's what we still are. So where do we come from? Initially, we thought, okay, there must be a better way, first of all, in crypto, in our little niche, to treat users more individually, right? Because we all have our unique character traits, our unique behaviors in the internet. We all stick out, right? We're all different, and yet we're all being treated the same in crypto because we have a wallet. We log in with the wallet, we get something, right? But there's no distinction. So we thought, okay, if this is the next internet, right? If everything is going to be wallet based, if everyone is going to use a wallet as a login, then how about we use the reputation and everything about it? That's the identity part. That's why our name is Solana ID. We use the on-chain identity and the history, and maybe in future even the off-chain identity and the history, and we combine it in a profile and then make his experience more unique. And when I say make the experience more unique, this can be a lot of things, but we always thought that, hey, this is one thing that we want to improve. We want to make the customer experience better by treating people uniquely based on their history. But that's in itself not a huge issue that you want to solve. But a much bigger thing is that we also felt that the kind of whole model we see advertisements in the internet kind of broke. And if I say advertisement or ads, ask yourself, do you have positive feelings or negative feelings, right? And usually everyone has negative feelings. Why the fuck does every browser nowadays have an ad blocker, right? Why do you think? Because they're annoying and spammy and useless. Like most of the times you don't want them. So we thought as well to us, okay, there must be a better way to do advertisement. And there must be a better way to help people in the internet to get a share of the data economy that is built essentially on top of their shoulders, but doesn't include them at all. They are out of the value loop, right? They don't get anything from the shared data economy. So we ask ourselves, okay, how do we put all these puzzle pieces together? As I said, it's as a founder, that's how you think, right? You have this fucking mind map, you have all these ideas, and you think, okay, how do we bring this together? Solana ID. The user signs up, creates himself an online identity. We can aggregate identities. Now he is someone, right? He has an identity on chain because we give him one, basically. Your online, your wallet reputation. How this looks like in action, we thought, okay, it's going to be a score because that's essentially very easy to capture. But the score includes a lot of your data points that you do under your belt. And then from there, we basically thought, okay, now this is good for the users, right? They can get a share of the data economy because we will now allow apps and projects and businesses on Solana to tap into their reputation and select the right users for their product. Again, that is in a nutshell a very good idea, I believe. I still believe so. In a nutshell, this is it kind of checks out. It's a system that works, right? But then there's a bigger issue. And that is the problem now. Now we kind of went through my chaotic thoughts of beginning of Solana ID through the next kind of thoughts we had down the line, turning this into this personal perks on-chain machine for users, leveraging their on-chain reputation to do shit, right? So building better data economies, looping in the users, right? That's all great. But obviously you need the people that pay for data in that value loop, and that's the businesses. And now we're more in the present time. Now we're in the heads of Pierre, Simon, and the team in 2026, because we're thinking a lot right now about, okay, how can we actually solve this huge ass problem of inefficient marketing in general, I guess, but especially in the crypto niche on Solana. A lot of projects haven't. You always have this kind of, you want to acquire users, and then you have a huge kind of bunch of choices that you can do, and you can work with all these agencies, and you can work with all these providers, and you can put up all these KOLs, and a lot of times that's what you end up doing. You just pay a bunch of creators to create a bit of clout on Twitter. But is that the holy grail? Does that always work? It rarely works, honestly, for the projects to really generate, because at the end of the campaign, everyone is like, okay, cool, it's over. So what? What happened? Only, I would, in my opinion, maybe 10% of all these projects that launch campaigns like this with huge sets of creators actually have some impact after this. A lot of times it's kind of a one-off thing. And that's actually a good point that Pierre made before, right? And I mean, you can elaborate really briefly on that problem, on this whole time component of these one-off campaigns, and why that is something that a good marketer actually would never do. Do you remember that conversation we had before? Of these evergreen versus standalone pushes.
Roller coaster marketing.
Why is it roller coaster marketing, and why is that shit?
Because you're basically always chasing traffic.
Mm-hmm. Instead
or attention. Maybe that's the better word in this case.
Mm-hmm. Instead of doing what?
Instead of having something that works for you evergreen, right?
So basically you're saying, and you guys, if you're listening to this right now, to this debate, I think you probably recognize this as well. There's always this push on Twitter, or like mainly Twitter these days, because that's what everyone is using only. There's always this push of a marketing campaign. Hey, we're ramping up, we're doing this big thing. And then it happens. and then it crashes down again, right? And everyone stops talking about the project, and everyone loses interest. And it's on crypto. This is on fucking steroids, like this effect. Like it goes. There's huge fluctuations. But then as a marketing team, now you need to consider, okay, what do they actually do? Well, they spent a lot of money on mapping out that campaign, executing that campaign, paying the KOLs, the agencies, and so on, laying it out there. They pay a lot of money. They probably worked for weeks on preparing this shit. They pull the trigger. Campaign launches. Looks cool. Maybe they get some clout and mindshare. That's good. Metrics move a little bit. They don't know really why and how because they can't track shit. But metrics move a little bit. Maybe they get more users, a little bit like a little bump. Maybe the token has one candle. And then everything goes back to normal. Your customer acquisition rate goes back to near zero. Your token goes back to near zero, like to where it was before. The campaign is over. All the preparation you did for the campaign is now becoming some few Notion pages that you put on done. And then the marketing team is like, all right, what we're going to do next? What product's going to come up next? And then they start basically from zero, just a blank sheet of paper. And they start again. And they map out stuff. This is fairly inefficient. It's a waste of time, honestly, to do these one-off campaigns all the time. And it's a huge roller coaster. So what we're proposing basically, and that's what we've been always doing, by the way, and what we work towards too. And this year we want to hyper focus on this. What we want to propose is build yourself an engine that you turn on and then just maintain it and keep it running, right? Instead of building a rocket that you shoot to the moon and then you build a new rocket. Like that is basically what we're proposing, right? We want to build evergreen campaigns that you set up once and you spend some time and effort and money and resources on setting up these campaigns, and then you learn from the user acquisition flow, right, through that campaign, and then you get more users, you get better distribution. So the tagline of this year, and especially the beginning of this year, but I think the tagline for Solana ID going forward is going to be that we are the most efficient or the most capital efficient user acquisition method that teams on Solana choose, right? And the more teams we get on Solana, the more apps are being built on Solana, and the more consumer friendly they get as well, meaning they are using Solana technology. And maybe that's where usually as a startup, especially or as a young company, you need to start in a niche and then you expand out, right? So we're going to help them wherever they are. If they're still a niche on Solana, perfect. That's where we also thrive. But we want to obviously build campaign setups for them that work forever, right? And these campaigns, they are a mix of things. They are a marketing mix. And here's where we come in at Solana ID, because we want to bring everything under one umbrella and offer them an end-to-end campaign experience where they don't need to care about anything. So instead of only booking a few KOLs, right, and then having the top of your marketing funnel filled out, and then it goes anywhere, right? It's like a funnel with holes. Instead of that, we want to help them with top of funnel, but with everything. Like we're just gonna fucking use the big guns and try to get them basically aggregate opportunities they have to get top of funnel traffic. They only work with us. They set up campaigns with us. But then we also help them to track things, to target specific leads and people based on their wallet behavior, if these people already have wallets. And then they will get also data on conversions, and they will actually get conversions and users and can track users. So it's an end-to-end marketing funnel tool for projects that we're building. And this is probably a good moment as well, Pierre, to pivot slowly into the next bullet point on the agenda, which would be the next product launch that we want to push out. And it's more like since we're now talking about business strategy and less about personal perks on chain, which is always going to be the fun element of Solana ID, the consumer brand. But right now we're talking about the nitty gritty of the actual business, the underlying, business, what we're doing, where we actually make the big money. And this is related to our B2B service offering, which is marketing, right? Distribution. That's what Solana ID stands for and what we want to help people to do. And the next product launch that we want to push out is that, right? It will make this a little bit easier to use Solana ID as a distribution method because with the next product, you'll be able to track things better. If you've been doing Solid Talks for a while, you definitely know what I'm talking about because you've heard the product name before. You might have seen some mock-ups, and we were holding off on the announcement and on pushes around it, but we're getting closer to rolling it out. So I think now we can also show you already the teaser video. Before we do that, I'm going to take a quick look at the chat here since I've been yapping. Speaking of discussions, will this one now be the new time slot? Maybe we do a poll, but I think it should be. This is what says. I think the new time slot is great. So yeah, this I think it could work. Like for us, it's okay. It works in Asia a bit better for Pierre. It still works in Europe for me when I'm in Europe. I think it's a bit early in US probably, but not crazy early. It's not like 4 a.m. or something. It's just Saturday early. But yeah, I think we will do that. Solid is on puberty. Next, losing virginity. 2026 is going to be the year where we're going to no, I'm just kidding. But we're definitely losing virginity. Real onboarding is missing with real use cases building trust and not only aus des Elfenbeinturm.
Yeah, that might be one of the rare German sayings that I don't even know.
Oh shit, I also don't know it. Elfenbeinturm. I think it's more like the ivory tower kind of thing, where you get trust only from like Solana Foundation and so on. Shisho, you can also text in German, by the way. I didn't know. Oh, you have a Swiss thingy. Aus dem Elfenbeinturm. Elaborate. Does Solana have contenders right now? Who are they? Definitely, because since we're solving an issue that a lot of companies are building, we're aggregating a lot of services in one platform. So we compete on a few percentage points with a lot of people. We might even compete with companies that are pure KOL agencies, and because they essentially offer the same thing. We're going to help you to acquire users, right? We're just doing it in a different approach, in an approach that not a lot of companies are doing it on Solana. There's a few projects that are data-driven. They're not on Solana. There's Addressable, for example. Addressable is usually a company that's been referred to a lot when people talk to us, because Addressable is also doing wallet targeting, or at least they connect your wallets through data scraping with online profiles of your social media accounts, and then they advertise to you there. And then we have on Solana, we have like some smaller players that are a little bit more unknown, but maybe project that's more known but also quiet is Torque. Torque is also a pretty good team. So they're building something similar. And then we have, like I said, there's like a lot of different types of competition. You could even say that Galaxy and Zili have been competition to us at some point, because they also tried to help with, cloud and mindshare. Then after them, the second wave of user acquisition tools were a bit more sophisticated with Kaito and Cookie 3, also about analytics and data and so on. So they also have a different approach, but similar service offering than us. So there's a lot of flavors to this, and everyone is trying to solve the problem in a different form. But I would say we are the most data-driven, the most performance marketing focused acquisition tools you could use out there. And it's even in the name, because Solana ID is about identities, and that identities are about data. It's about, that's what it's all about. By the way, Pierre, you're working on getting the video uploaded, or it just takes a lot of time?
It's still downloading, but it should be done in a few seconds.
Okay, no worries. Just making sure. Marky says reveal time. Marky/drip. Reveal time. I think that's the video. You're welcome, Mr. Senor. If crypto doesn't solve the question whether tokens represent company ownership, it will always remain a small degen bubble and casino. We're going to touch on this topic in a bit, but that is a very good point, Furo. Not forget normies. New gen must be the focus.
Campaigns without realizing.
True. Yeah. We need to focus on new people coming to Solana as well. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what the breaking news are saying. 1, 2, 3, and action.
Breaking news. Web3 marketers around the world are shocked. after realizing that they're spending millions of dollars on marketing campaigns without realizing what actually works. Sources say campaigns are being launched blindly with platforms like Zili, Galaxy, and endless KOL shields that are intransparent and not cost efficient.
Bro, we spent 50K on a Zili campaign and we didn't even get 50 users.
Bro, there's no way to track my campaign performance on chain on Solana.
Yes, man, like we just did an awesome giveaway, $2,000 shirts. Absolutely blew up. 3,000 likes, 5,000 reach.
How many new users?
Users?
The situation is worse than I thought. We have a real marketing crisis on Solana. But today, the data shortage is finally over. Introducing the Solana ID portal. The first analytics hub that lets teams on Solana see if their campaigns are actually profitable and helps them to acquire new users.
Imagine running per campaigns across Solana's biggest DApps and knowing what actually works. Impressions, clicks, conversions, cost per user, all in real time.
We built the first ever on-chain tracking dashboard where Solana teams can finally track their marketing performances efficiently like real performance marketers.
So this is like Google Ads, but on Solana?
Exactly, but better, because nobody likes ads, but everybody loves perks.
Instead of low converting ads, partners launch per campaigns by using our wizard or getting help from our campaign managers. This is the missing piece for Web3 marketing. Welcome to Solana ID portal, where Solana teams are tracking smarter.
Breaking news. This was the reveal of a marketing clip that we haven't announced yet, so keep it for you guys. But no, don't keep it for you. You can talk with people. It's not like we're keeping it secret, but it's not posted. It's not public yet. But we've prepped this since a while and recorded the video in like 5 different locations, as I feel. But that's basically the TLDR of what we talked about earlier in the segment, where we talked about the strategy, right, and the big picture. So yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that this year has both, like, obviously we always focused on the B2B part as well, but we're gonna change the model slightly here and there. You'll see a little bit more about this in future. And Solana ID as the main brand, and also our Twitter account is going to be much more sharply focused on users, right? On consumers, people like yourself, community, where it is our job to ship perks, because yeah, that's basically the question of Shishu as well. Our ads are in Web3 perks. Sorry, I'm a noob. No. I mean, that's basically what we're saying. That's the term that we coined, perks, because our tagline is personal perks on chain. Like, the idea is that advertisements, if we do them right, they can actually benefit you, because then as a user, you care more about them. So some of the campaigns that we launch, they are actually valuable benefits for users. So before Cast, this crypto card, made their card free, it wasn't free. It cost $100. So we did a campaign with them where you can get the card for free with Solana ID. So for Cast, it is an ad, right? Because they get users from that campaign. But for us, it's a perk. For our users, it's a benefit, because we basically get $100 worth of product for Solana ID holders. And that's just one example of a lot of perks that we shipped in the past. And so that is always kind of something we're focused on. Next week, we're going to have a new perk, by the way, from a partner, but it's going to be a small campaign first before we try a bigger one with them. So we only have 50 spots. So you should just be aware, as soon as those 50 spots are running out, the perk is going to be gone. But the perks, it's cool, it's worth money, and everyone can claim it, almost everyone. So you should definitely make sure to keep an eye on your email box, have your email connected with your Solana ID account. You can do that in app.solana.id, or just have our Twitter page open. So yeah. Foodless asking, any thoughts on Ranger to our left and Infinex ICO? I haven't done the deep dive on Infinex. I know that they raised 7 mil, and I know that it was in the last couple hours, and I know there's a lot of whales that invested in it. It's not largely distributed, but I don't know too much about the project, and I don't know too much about the mechanics of Infinix. So on Infinix, I'm not feeling comfortable to give you a perfect deep dive here right now, but we can talk a little bit about MetaDAO, because that also brings you to the last part of today's session, really, which is about token, right? And about tokens. So before I talk about Solana ID and Solid, let me remind you, comment yourself Solid. Today it's about engagement, because replies do work if they are good. So don't do shit replies. We don't want to see only one words and lols and ruffles. We want to see also some good comments. Obviously, it's totally fine to write bullish, right? That's cool. You can always write bullish or solid. That's like whitelisted words. But be active in our comment section, because if you're watching this live stream right now and you are active in the comments, we're going to pick one of the most active commenting people from the stream today, and we'll distribute another win that is a bit larger than 1.5k Solid, as we normally do. Just FYI, in case you care, which you should. MetaDAO. We're at 22 mil, and the number is going up. I am still betting on maybe even 80, maybe even 80 mil, because that wouldn't be the first time this happens. That the largest, because right now we still have only a few wallets that chipped in kind of 500k, 700k, but in the past ICOs there were a lot of wallets that also chipped in 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 7 million even for Umbra, and they came all in the last kind of couple of hours. So for people who don't know, TLDR, right? MetaDAO can be considered a token launchpad where you can launch your tokens, similar to what we did back in the day with BorgPad, where we launched our token. But with MetaDAO, it's very different, because MetaDAO also provides the treasury and governance structure for the projects that launch on MetaDAO. So what does that mean? That means a big problem that a lot of projects and investors, especially into projects, faced. The investors faced that problem, which is that, hey, can I trust this team? Can I really trust them to do the right decision for the company? Or are they going to take the money and fuck off? That's the worst case, right? So that's like the two extremes. Like I trust them fully because they're actually great fucking chats. They will do the best decisions for the company and the token, especially for the token. Or they won't care a lot about the token, and they won't care a lot about the company. They will just drive Ferraris. And I think it happened a lot. I have to say, on Solana, I feel like founders are a bit more responsible, but I think on Ethereum, I've seen it a lot in the days, especially ICO mania and so on. People just raised a bunch of money, took the fucking tokens, and just bought 3 Ferraris. The token just went down and down and down and down. The founders just got richer and richer and richer and posted their rich life on Instagram. And then the token went down and everyone lost money, despite the founders, basically. So that is how you rock a community, or how you rock a whole fundraise. That this doesn't happen, to make this basically foolproof, literally foolproof. It can't happen. MetaDAO proposed something which is very interesting. You set up a governance structure where the entity, the legal entity, the company that is holding the intellectual property on the technology, but especially also the domain names and the trademarks of the company name, and all the money from the raise. So all the 6 million that, or maybe more if Ranger wants more, but basically all the 6 million that Ranger is raising is not going to be with the wallet that the team controls. It's going to be with the legal entity wallet. Now, the legal entity is not being controlled by the team. It is controlled by futarchy governance, which is a fancy word for decision or market-based decision making. Market-based means there's trading going on when decisions come up. So let's say Pierre calls me up and says, yo, Simon, I have this KOL deal. I want to invest $100,000 into this one guy so he can tweet something. And then I say, whoa, yo, Pierre, that's a great idea. We should definitely spend $100,000 on this one guy to push a tweet out that will probably moon our token. But then we can't do it because we don't control the treasury. So we put a proposal on a front end on MetaDAO, and we say, hey guys, by the way, we want to pay 100K to this KOL. We think it's good. And then the market decides by betting, or not, basically by putting money on the decision and saying, hey, we think this is good for the token. This will make Solid go up. So then they will put money into that decision, and they would say, okay, I say I pledge $1,000 and I say this is good for the token. The other side says, I pledge $500 or $1,000 that it's not a good idea for the token. The token will not go up, right? And it won't be good for the company and especially the token Solid. And then this way, a decision will be found wherever there's more money, right? So if more money is on the table on one side, that means there's more skin in the game for that side. That means the consensus of the market is it's going to be a good decision. For that example, almost everyone is going to say, no, it's not a good decision for you guys. Everyone is going to say, okay, I put my money on that side. And that will be the winning side, right? For the decision process. By the way, I'm not a MetaDAO insider or expert. So I'm not the best person to talk about it yet, because I'm also like you guys, right? I'm learning, I'm reading the docs, and I'm talking to the team. And I had Colin, the founder, on Sol Brothers. The video is coming in the next 2-3 days on YouTube, if you want to look at that. So my opinion on this is very positive. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think it solves one big problem that we have right now. And that brings us also to the topic of reflection on Solid, right? Because we launched a token as well last year obviously December 24 even. So last year around this time was when our token was still new and was out, and it was still high. It was like $50 million plus in FTV, and now we're below 2 million, right? So how does a token go down that much if the team is actually, I would say, fairly legit, which is us, like with good with fairly legit, with very good intentions for the project, right? And with also, you would say, like they're not stupid as well. Like they don't only have good intentions, they also have some experience with building companies and just they have the skill set that you invest in to make it work, right? Why does the token still go down? And the answer is because the token itself is a product, right? So there's two things you can do. Either you figure out the utility perfectly, right? So when we launched Solid, we thought, okay, if the protocol is successful, Solid should be successful because there's two demands for the token. And I'm just going to refresh that for everyone so you guys know again what was the plan. And then I'll give you my take today, right? And I'll give you the good and the bad about it, right? The ugly and the pretty, or whatever you say. Demand goes up for Solid the token if people lock tokens in the app to get better perks, right? That was an idea we had. Or if partners that want to launch campaigns with us use Solid to pay basically for getting our data to target wallets. Those are the two demand sides. So the more people do these two things, the more the token goes up. If the token goes up, this looks good on the charts, right? More people talk about Solid, and maybe we sign up even more users because more people talk about Solid. If we sign up more users, we get more partners that want to work with us to market to our users, to use our acquisition tool. But we also get, because of that, we also get better perks and more users. And more users will use our token. And we also wanted to install a data to earn model where you can actually lock your Solid and get paid for the data that you're spending with basically a cashback system, right, on that. And those are good ideas. Those are still good ideas. But here's, let me say, two big problems with that setup, right? One big problem is it's 100% dependent on the underlying business model. And as a young startup, you don't know yet if the business is going to work or not. So basically, you're launching a financial instrument on the thesis of a business model that is not even built yet. That's dangerous, right? As a startup, I wouldn't recommend that to any founder to do that, right? So that's a bold move. We did that move. And it showed that the business model was not perfect, and we're still improving it. So that means the utility for the token as it was initially meant never truly came to life because the underlying business changed, right? And if the business changes a little bit, and just because of learnings, right? Because of things we didn't know back then that we know now, because we actually did shit. We were relentlessly executing and learning on the way. And from these learnings, we arrived at a point where we're like, okay, we need to change the business model a little bit to make money as a business and to stay successful. So we did that over the course of the last year. and the business was doing okay, right? Like as a business, like we doing, like we're doing business. We launched more than 20 campaigns. We're growing our brand. I think our brand image grew in value from the work that we did so far. We strengthened our network. We made more revenue, but still, token doesn't reflect it. So there's a problem. How the fuck does your token actually reflect the value growth of your business? And that is the key question that everyone asked themselves last year and even more this year. So here's my TLDR on this topic with tokens again. The utilities that we wanted to bake into the token are not bad ideas, but they have to sync with the business model, and that business model needs to be well tested, battle tested, and work. It isn't. Not that one that we back then supposed to do, right? But if basically it's a loyalty point scheme that you're building, right? If you have solid tokens for the consumer side especially, but also for the business side, if you have the solid token and you enjoy our product, you can lock the token, and you can enjoy the product even more. That's totally fine. That's like buying a premium version of your credit card because you want more perks, right? You put more money in, it's okay. That's like staking your Kronos, your Crow tokens on crypto.com to get an upgrade of your credit card. I think actually that's probably one of the most battle tested utilities of tokens, right? That they can have. So I think that works. So for that side, and I think we're still gonna do that, by the way. I still believe that if we ship enough perks and we make Solana ID as a consumer product interesting enough for consumers, then you can buy some solid tokens, lock them up, and get better benefits and perks, and get something better out of the product. You're gonna become a premium Solidian, a VIP Solidian, a head Solidian, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. We're gonna call you away. If you lock a specific amount of solid, and you get much better treatment. You just give perks, and these perks could be anything. Could be even a fucking call with the founders once a week, if you want, like whatever, like any kind of perks, right? So I think that works. But is that what will make us a $500 million FTV coin this year? No. But what would make us a 500 million FTV coin this year is if we also make sure that our token has closer ties to the actual business. And that's where two other things come in. One thing that comes in here is buybacks, right? Because buybacks is something that we proposed last year in August, where we said, okay, Solid Soil is the new program that we're proposing to buy back our own Solana ID token, Solid Soil. The next chapter starts right here, introducing the Solana ID's litter box, the Solid Soil buyback program. And that came out of the idea of, hey, a lot of people are doing this right now. It seems like it makes sense because it works for some companies. Like, for example, for dBridge, this works really well because they have 100% buybacks in their token. Fabiano posted about this here. And their token is only down half of what other tokens are down in 2025 because they're holding up really well because of the buybacks. But here's two things you need to be successful with buybacks. One thing is you need high and predictable revenue. So basically, Jupiter is not bad for that. dBridge is definitely not bad for that. So that's all cool. But then you need high predictable revenues. And then secondly, you need a token that is non-inflationary. So basically, there's no new selling pressure coming out. There's no new unlocks. Neither newly minted tokens nor kind of incentive programs, points, and so on. But whenever you throw money into or tokens onto people, that creates selling pressure. If you then buy back the token, you're basically just paying people money. You're just giving people your revenue. You say, I buy my token, it goes up. Everyone that I give free tokens sells, token goes down again. It probably makes no sense. Jupiter went down a lot because they didn't they don't have their emissions under control. They have a lot of unlocks coming from early team members. They had the ASR on all that shit. So, but yeah, it's basically difficult to do buybacks if you don't have predictable revenues and high enough revenues. So for this, the best thing you can do is being a DeFi platform usually, because it's very kind of mechanic, the type of revenue you make. Solanity could be that company at one point, but that's like, I think that is too far away. Like to have this amount of predictable revenues, that you're a growth company, that you're like the Coca-Cola you're just printing, right? And I until with that company, I want to use the money to fund operations and to actually grow the business. So we need the revenue. So I think buybacks are dangerous and difficult, and that's why Solid Soil remains an option right now. Right now we're laying out options, right? How can we get Solid up? That's the goal here. We're very transparent with this. And buybacks are an option, at least to ignite something. Totally fine, right? But we could also spend that money differently, right? So that means we're acknowledging errors and mistakes that we did earlier, and thinking about new metas. And meta is a good keyword, because we believe that MetaDAO is fixing the other problem, which is, okay, if I can't do buybacks, how do I get the value of my company into my token? Well, just connect them. Just connect the legal claims to the company value, the value of the equities, with the token. And that's what MetaDAO essentially does. That's why their tokens perform fairly well as well. So I think MetaDAO is onto something. And this is, again, not a topic for me to discuss today. We're going to keep this conversation open for the next couple of weeks. But there's ways to work with MetaDAO, for example, right? For Solana. Just saying. There's ways to restructure tokens, right? There's ways to morph from one chapter into a new chapter. And 2026 is going to be an interesting year. And that's all I'm going to say for now. We see a lot of comments here. My drug is solid, says Lisa Sagnon. So that is definitely a good point. Danica is also here. Danica, how's this time for you for the live stream, by the way? We're already live since 1.5 hours. So how's this Solid Talk slot for you? I want to know if people like this time right now. My breath is solid. What the fuck, she said? No, but solid. Yes, it's too good. I know. I know, but my drug is solid. Sounds not good. I never solid it, bro. You can't solid it. I sold it. Change to solid. Yeah, I think that makes sense to use the money for building. Yes, because again, we want to grow this shit. Like, we want to make the company. We want to use the money we make to grow the company, to increase the company value, and then we make sure that token holders have a share of that company value. That's how business usually works, right? And dividends you do fucking down the road. That's the solid way. Yeah, but more on that whole topic of token and so on. We're gonna do that soon. Last thing, I told you guys that I also wanted to basically talk a little bit about the token itself and how it's positioned nowadays. Obviously, valuation-wise, could be better right now, so it's still a good time to accumulate Solid if you believe in the team at the vision, because we're definitely fairly cheaply valuated right now. The big goal is to increase valuation, increase volume of the token as well, and bring the token back on people's radar. So I think this is gonna be, we have like a few options for that aligned, and we'll share about that in the next weeks once they're a bit more crystallized. Right now, I only could tell you rough plans, and I want to have a bit more. But I was already yapping about my thoughts, so you can already tell a little bit where we're going. Since we need to know our token very well, one thing I did for sure is I did a huge data scrape of all the token holders and how our token is currently kind of distributed between holders, right? We have more than 4,000 token holders, which is a lot. So it's fairly big distributed. But we also have 5% of the total supply. So that's basically the biggest amount of token holders have smaller balances, right? So that's a lot of like it's scattered across a lot of wallets. That's what I'm saying. So basically, yeah, it's community members, just random community members that have a little bit of Solid, retail buyers that just acquired a little bit of Solid, and airdrop recipients that never sold. So that's like 5% of the total supply. We have 7% of the total supply with investors, advisors, ambassadors. So everyone who basically believed in us very early on, gave us money to kind of start. And these people invested in Solana ID around the valuation that also the community came in, around the block pad, right? Plus minus a few million here and there in terms of FDV. But 7% are approximately with them. And then we have 4%-ish with Swissborg. So that means the Swissborg community on their exchange, on their wallets and so on, is holding around 4%, scattered across a few Swissborg related wallets. We also have 4% in liquidity pools. So that is basically the Meteora pool, the Radium pool, the Orca pool. The biggest one is the Radium Borg pool. That is solid Borg, right? Borg is a Swiss Borg token because we launched with them back in the day. That brings us basically to less than 20%, and that's kind of the TLDR for you all, if that's interesting for you. The TLDR is that less than 20% of the total token supply, to be exact, 16.7%, is owned by people that I don't control, right? Everything else is somehow in our reach, right? So that makes us into a pretty centralized startup. We're very, we're a very traditional company right now. We're a very traditional company where the founders, you trust the team, you believe that they don't, run off because they didn't for 2 years. So why would they now? And you're like, okay, I trust the team. The token, should be as much in their hands as possible because they don't want it to go down. If anyone can push the token down, it's people with paper hands. It's not us, right? We actually never sold Solid, by the way. From 17 mil FTV to below 2, which was probably a mistake. Not gonna lie. We should have at least, built up the treasury a little bit. But we basically let everyone else eat and not us. So if that doesn't prove that we kind of have the right intentions, I don't know. But here's the thing. If you have more than 80% supply of your token, that also gives you a lot of flexibility to do new things with the token. Because we can, with that 80%, we can do whatever you want, right? We can lock it, we can burn it, we can do whatever you want, technically. And that frees options. That brings me to the end of my ramble. I told you guys earlier, right now we're opening doors. We are evaluating options. How the fuck do we get more Solid? Not in nominal value, but in token price. How do we get more Solid? And having more than 80% supply control gives us more opportunities. Again, I leave it here for now. And we'll talk about this topic more when we have things figured out. Why am I Solana OG? Solana I don't really use. Sorry, can't be everywhere, but it's solid. You're Solana OG because you probably have a wallet that is at least a little bit older. If you have the OG badge in your wallet, then you have at least a wallet that's not being created yesterday, and you did a little bit of activity with it. The Solid score of 172.5 is probably not great. That's probably because you don't really use Solana, as you said in the comment. It's decent, but it's not great. Danica, in the next Solid Talks. So make sure to show up again when it's time for more Solid Talks. Ladies and gents, comment yourself Solid. We need to make a choice, Pierre. We need to decide. We need to decide who commented him or herself the most Solid in today's live stream, right? So there's a few ways we can do that. We could do it like super nitpicky, and we can go through all the comments after the stream and check it out and make an analysis. But I would say, fuck it. We can also just look at the chat and let our gut decide. And then if everyone says, oh, that's so unfair, why did you do that? Then we need to come up with a better idea. But I think we have like a shitload of people here active. I'm just clicking random names right now to see, okay, there's like everyone chimed in a little bit. And I think I have a I have a winner. So yeah, scroll a little bit through the comments, Pierre, and then we're gonna do a countdown, and then at the same time we're gonna say a name, and then we see if we say the same name, and if not, then we need to debate each other who's getting it. Okay.
Okay.
Let me know when you have
Let
someone.
me see first again.
Yeah, obviously don't tell it to me. First comment, king should be Benjamin. Well, Cyber Brother is obviously like, it's always difficult because if he wins anything, he always gives it away. So I stopped letting him win things because he's not taking it anyways. He's giving it to the community all the time. So what is Peter doing? Peter's just chilling back there in his cage. One day I'll try to get Peter out.
Okay. I think I have my winner for today.
All right. I'm going to do 3,
But this is
2,
highly
1. And then,
subjective, right?
Yeah. We do 3, 2, 1, name. Okay? You ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, Shishu. Okay. All right, my friend, you're lucky today. We don't even have to debate it. We did a democratic vote between me and Pierre.
Very democratic, yeah.
To decide who is today's winner for Comment Yourself Solid. Now, this is a new format, obviously, so let us know what you think about it. If you haven't seen it before, then it means that whoever is fairly active in the chat with us here on the stream during the whole live stream, this person will get a reward at the end of the stream. So yeah, I think we're going to give you around 3,000 solid tokens, which is definitely a few coffees, hopefully. So Shishu, if you want to claim these tokens, you need to send us your wallet address to the Solana ID Twitter account. So just check out the Twitter account of Solana ID and then drop your public address of any Solana wallet that you're using. Make sure it's a Solana wallet and drop it into the not comments, into the DMs. Obrigado. Sorry for the house here, and we have fun. Wouldn't spam you, but thanks. What? I have no idea what. Whatever. Like, you got it, Shishu. And thanks for being active in the comments. I hope we could answer your questions as well. And Lisa Silior is also saying the victory is well deserved. If Lisa Silior is saying that, then you're good, bro. Then you're good. Awesome says GG. And Yarael, you're also here. I haven't seen you in the comments. Congrats. Again, sometimes we don't see people as well because StreamYard lags. So if I don't call you up sometimes, it might be even StreamYard's fault, not my fault. Anyway, so we have 2 winners today. One from the giveaway earlier, which was the Jeter, Jamie, and then we have Shishu. So we need both your pub keys. And if you want to win something, if you haven't won anything today, then make sure that you show up to the next one, because we're going to do it again. Next week, same time, same space. We're going to do these live streams at this time going forward. We were going to welcome you back here to Solid Talk with new alpha, with new ideas around Solana markets and Solana ID protocol, company updates. Maybe we bring a guest as well. Who knows? If you want to get surprised, show up. Don't be late for Solid Talk number 72 next week, same time, same space. Until then, we wish you a very good weekend.
Wait. We have the NFC.
True.
You don't want to.
Oh my God! No one said it. Nobody said anything. Okay, so there was the outro. And then I'm just gonna say bye when we gave the NFT. I don't need to repeat the outro. Yeah, Jake Linan was like, NFT, what is happening? Okay, guys. So before we wrap this up, if you just left, then whatever. But if you're still with us here, give us 2 more minutes, because if you are in these live streams, you not only get giveaways and alpha and info and vibes and all that fucking whatever that means, you also get a participation NFT, the Solid Talk NFT, which I totally forgot. Yeah, guys, calm down. I got it. Luckily, I have Pierre with me who remembers it. I was already ready to call it a night. Solid Talk NFT. Are we ready, Pierre, with this? Actually, can we?
Yeah, it's live. Yeah.
Okay.
You just need
Awesome.
the code. There you go.
Awesome, guys.
And
Okay,
while you tell the people what they have to do, I'm gonna bring up the actual NFT also.
Nice. All right, yeah, let's then present me the NFT first, or present the community the NFT first.
No, I don't have it yet. That's why.
Okay.
I need to do it.
Talk.solana.id, guys. Go to talk.solana.id. If you're on that page, you will see Solid Talk number 71, proof of attendance. All you have to do is type in the secret word, which is cyber. And then you also paste your Solana wallet address in there, and you click on claim. That's it for today. That's all you have to do. Very easy. It says quest completed, and then you just lean back and wait. Pierre, how's the distribution going from prior Solid Talk NFTs for people that might haven't gotten it yet and are kind of, like, where's my NFTs? Do you have any info on?
I don't want to give a comment on this without my lawyer.
Guys, you know what that means, right? If anyone here knows what that means, then drop it in the comments. Then we can.
I can still not do any push-ups. Sorry.
Okay, he already. Okay, don't drop it in the comments. He told you. He told everyone. But yeah. So basically, he's okay. Cyber said push-ups for Pierre. Totally right.
I need to do something else than push-ups. Sorry.
Like
friends.
Like what?
I don't know. I literally cannot do them right now because of my wrist.
Yeah, well, I mean, you fucked up. It's not our problem now.
I can do sit-ups.
That's great.
Boring.
I don't have so much time to let you do 300 sit-ups. Okay, guys, if you have any punishment for Pierre, let us know. Then we can make him do it. If not, this is the NFT, Pierre, right? That's what we got for today.
Yeah, that's it. That's the bad boy.
Nice. What's up in the comments? Like, what's happening? People are asking question.
Reiche. What?
Maybe he doesn't like Zili. Could be.
He's talking in riddles. I don't understand it.
I think Shishu is actually. I think he's drunk. That is my thesis. Yeah. I think he's drunk.
I started also getting sleep drunk because I saw this post from Eno a couple of days ago where he was praising melatonin. You saw it? He said, "Holy shit!" Yeah. And then I remembered that we also have some melatonin at home, but I never tried it. It's my first time, and I popped one earlier. And
today,
not gonna lie, I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Why do you take it? Why do you take it when we do a live stream?
Because it said that it takes like 1 or 2 hours, but it just took like 30 minutes, and I already feel it. Maybe it helps me.
Okay, I mean, Pierre's gonna sleep well today. I won't question this. But yeah, I think then let's call it a day before we got Pierre passing out here. I already said goodbye, guys. So claim your NFT. Make sure that you get the Solid Talk NFT, talk.solana.id. The code is cyber. You have to claim it now because if the talk is over, we're going to shut the quest down at some point, and then you can't get it anymore because it is a participation NFT. So whoever texts me sometimes and be like, hey, can I claim the NFT like 2 days later? And then I say no. And then they say like, why not? I want to have it. Then I say no. Fuck you have to be here because this is for participants only. So for all of you guys, for those lovely people. All right, have a good weekend. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, of your Sunday as well, and then have a good start for Monday. And then I'll see you back here next week for Solid Talk 72. Peace out now. Enough. Bye, everyone.